Good afternoon, readers. I'm coming on here today to deliver my speech that I was supposed to deliver at the Ennis Public Library next Thursday. So if you could bear with me, I had planned the speech to be maybe an hour, but it may take lesser than that. So here we go. I titled it The Family of Faith Induction Ceremony Speech. Standing here feels nothing short of extraordinary. This moment, this ceremony, this honor is far more than a personal milestone. It's a divine intersection between faith, creativity, and destiny. To be standing in the historic Ennis Public Library, surrounded by the legacy of so many remarkable local authors, and to now see the family of faith placed among their works is truly humbling. I want to begin by saying thank you. Thank you to the Ennis community and to the town that inspired me and gave me so many stories long before I ever knew I'd be a storyteller. Thank you to every librarian, every teacher, every mentor, and every reader who believed that words could change our lives. Because that's what writing has done for me. It has changed my life. When I sat down to write The Family of Faith, I didn't just create a story. I wanted to build a world, one filled with passion, drama, truth, and spirit. I wanted to craft something that reflected both light and shadows of humanity, a mirror of ambition, our struggles, and our unshakable desires to be seen, heard, and understood. The inspiration behind the vision. The inspiration for The Family of Faith came from a powerful combination of influence and introspection. I was deeply moved by the television series like Oprah Winfrey's Greenleaf and CBS's Beyond the Gates. Stories that peel back the layers of what happens when faith, family, and power collide. But I didn't just want to imitate that style. I wanted to elevate it. I wanted to make something that stood as our story, one that resonates with small towns and big cities alike, one that takes readers behind the stained glass and to the very heart of the human soul. The Family of Faith explores what happens when ambition meets altar, when love clashes with legacy, and one hidden truths rise like fire beneath the holy ground. It's a story about the Crawford family, about power, redemption, and the price of secrets, but it's also about us, about how every family carries its own version of faith, in its own pursuit of forgiveness, and its own yearning to be whole. Writing this novel was like walking through the storm with a candle, fragile but determined, and every chapter demanded honesty, every scene demanded courage, and every word demanded purpose. Writing as purpose, writing as passion. You see, writing isn't just something I do. It's who I am. Writing is my passion, my therapy, my ministry, my legacy. It's a place where I can create a world full of fiction and magic, where my intuition turns into something that feels like pure gold when it reaches the hands of hearts of readers. Every time someone tells me, Darrell, The Family of Faith reads just like a movie, I smile, because that's exactly how I saw it. I didn't write it because just to be words on paper. I wrote it like a lens, cinematic, powerful, and visuals. I wrote it so readers could see the drama unfold, feel the tension in their every room, and hear the whispers behind every sermon. When the book trailer released, I remember watching people's reactions, seeing their eyes widen, hearing them say, "This needs to be a movie," or "I could use the stage." That, to me, was confirmation that my purpose was aligned with my gift. Because when you write from your heart, your work takes on a life of its own. It begins to speak for you, even when you're silent. Making literary history in Ennis. So to have The Family of Faith placed on the shelves of the Ennis Public Library, in the city that raised me, among the authors who paved the way before me, That's just not a win for me. That's a win for every dreamer in Ennis. It's a message that says our stories matter. Our voices belong here. Our creativity deserves a permanent home. To create and write history in the making, to have a novel that's not only fiction, but faith-infused fiction, means you're not just entertaining minds, you're awakening souls. And this placement in the library isn't just symbolic. It's a bridge. It's a bridge between where I started and where I'm headed. Between the kid who used to dream about seeing his name on a book cover and the author now being inducted among the best that Ennis has to offer. A writer's reflection on faith, film, and the future. Every great story begins with a single spark. For me, the spark was faith, not just faith in God, but faith in the gift that He gave. There were nights I doubted myself, days I questioned if my stories would ever be heard. But then I remembered, purpose doesn't need permission. When God plants a vision in your spirit, He equips you with the tools to bring it to life. So I wrote even when I was tired. I wrote. Even when I felt unseen, I wrote. Even when the world said no, the pen kept moving. And here we are, standing at the moment where fiction meets faith, where imagination meets influence, where a local author's story becomes a part of Ennis's legacy. I believe The Family of Faith is not just a novel, it's a statement. A statement that storytelling has the power to move mountains, open conversations, and heal hearts. As a writer, I want to continue doing just that, to inspire others to pick up their pens, trust their voices, and share their truths, no matter how impossible it may seem. Looking towards 2026, a vision unfolding. As we close out 2025, I can't help but feel a deep sense of excitement for what's next, because trust me when I say, you haven't seen nothing yet. In 2026, I'm turning the heat all the way up. The journey continues with part 2 of The Family of Faith, Bloodlines and Battlefields. The Crawford family's story is far from over. The secrets grow darker, the stakes rise higher, and the message grows deeper. But that's not all. Next year, I'll also be introducing a powerful new story, the De La Cruz family, a gripping Mexican-American family drama that explores heritage, honor, and ambition. It's a story about strength, identity, and the cost of power. And as if that weren't enough, I'll be unveiling a new saga, The Taylors, a family destined to carve out their own place in the world full of faith, love, and redemption. Each of these stories continues my mission to shine light on real emotion, real struggle, and real triumph. Through the lens of fiction that feels alive. I don't write just to tell stories. I write to move people. I write to shift culture. I write to remind the world that storytelling still matters. The literature can stand shoulder to shoulder with film, with stage, with television. And that all begins with a single word on a page. Closing reflections. As I look around, I see possibility. I see legacy. This induction of my book, The Family of Faith, into the Ennis Public Library collection is more than a recognition. It's a responsibility. It's a reminder to keep writing, keep dreaming, and keep believing that what we create outlives us. For me, The Family of Faith was never just about the Crawford family. It was about our family. The family of dreamers, believers, and storytellers who refuse to give up. To every young writer out there who might hear this one day, know this, your story matters. Your imagination matters. And your words have the power to shape the world around you. I stand here as proof when you walk in purpose, the world eventually takes notice. And to my fellow Ennis authors, past, present, and future, may our collective work continue to inspire generations to come, because the city, this library, this moment, it's all part of something bigger than any one of us. It's about legacy. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in the family of faith. And thank you for believing stories born in innocence can change the world. This is history in the making. And this is only the beginning. Because the pen is still moving and my story is far from over. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this. I also want to give a special shout out. Thank you to Debbie Wildum, Joanna Vandale, and also to William Stevenson, the inspiration that got me started to writing. Thank you so much. God bless y'all.